I'm just kind of doing an intro of myself. Intro before I really get into like, our first, welcome to the video. Kind of really been long awaited, at least by me, to where I think I've been kind of putting it off just because, I don't know why. No real big reason why. But I'm finally gonna go over the my half marathon that I ran over. I still have the footage from that day, so I guess like it just kind of like it just came up for me to just now be like, okay, let me just cut this together, speak something about it. I don't know, we'll see. Truly, hopefully, maybe someone can take something from this, because this is like when I watching my video from that day, like it just felt like kind of real. It was weird, but yeah. So what you're gonna see like next is like just me the night before. I could talk about it right now. Like I felt so terrible. Like I just, yeah. I think I'll just let the video go first, and then I'll go, and then I'll just cut to this afterwards. But yeah. So it's the night before my marathon, and I feel like nothing matters. I feel like nothing matters, and I feel terrible. I just probably just need to sit up, but I just need to lay down on my back right now on the floor. But right now, I am not feeling bueno. I am not okay. Yeah, I am not feeling good right now, but I did what's called what's it called? I did a shakeout run, which is I guess what it's called. Get the nerves out and then just get the blood moving and stuff. So yeah. So yeah. Yeah, I feel so terrible and just like I can't explain it. I can't explain it. I don't feel. I feel and I know I didn't do enough. I wasn't as committed as I should have been. I wasn't as committed as I should have been, and I wasn't all about it. All right, so yeah, after watching that, like again, from what I said to the camera, like I literally felt like physically so terrible, and like it was like an awakening or something, like literally an existential crisis of like my placement and how I felt, and like maybe overthinking, I don't know, like because I truly thought that I didn't do enough. I didn't think that I did what I thought was right. I didn't know, like, no, I didn't know, but like, I just, because I did like put in the work, but then closer to the end, when I was getting closer to the race date, I did kind of like, I did let loose a little bit. I did, oh, it's fine, like I'll relax, or I won't do this, or like, I skipped a few things, so like, almost like self-destructive, which is something I've definitely been working on. And like just pushing past that, getting over it, and Yeah, 'cause that's really all you can do. But feeling how I felt that day or that the night before was insane. Like I literally I had to physically lay down to like ground myself almost, and even then it almost didn't work. Because I was just all I can say is that I felt so terrible physically, emotionally, spiritually, I think, and mentally. I was just exhausted and like I was honestly like so low. I felt so low that night. And just with other personal things going on, like that stacked on top of that, I felt terrible. I felt awful. I felt disgusting. I felt gross. I felt just not my best at all. And yeah, I could go on with saying how terrible I felt, but I feel like that just hits the marker perfectly. But I have another clip of me like in the morning after, which is such a 180, but like, yeah, it was funny. Like I did feel better the next morning, but I'll just play that through. All right, we out here. I got my number. I'm walking towards the thing right now. I'm feeling pretty good after my event session last night. Yeah, I don't know. I'm feeling good. I got a good little waffle in and a what's it called, a gel. So we'll see how it goes. Had to get dropped off a little ways from the start because it's like a little ahead kind of because they're blocking off the road. So yeah, feel good. I'm feeling good now. A little tight, a little congested maybe, but that's okay. I got to go piss, honestly. Yo, I got to go piss. But I'm excited. Let's go. Yeah, I did feel better the next morning. Just getting ready for the showing up and getting ready. Because, I mean, like, this just came to my head right now. Showing up is half the battle. As long as you show up and you show up, yeah, it's as long as you show up, that's you're already there. You're already halfway there. Even though you have, personally me, I had a 13.1 miles to run. Showing up, I was halfway there already. So, yeah. This is the shirt. This is the shirt that I got. I guess it was the shun the sun run. Yeah, it's on the sheet, on the sleeve. Shun the sun. Yeah. 2023 10th annual Gilbert half 10K and 5K. I had a friend who ran the 10K. So this was the 6 miles. Yeah. Tomato girl. But yeah, that was pretty. It was crazy because I'll get to. Actually, no, I'll tell you. Like we started the run, and right as I got around the corner, I don't even know how I recognized her, but like just her silhouette, I heard the outline of her, and I didn't even notice she had her phone out, and she like waved, and then I waved, and then I guess she posted on her story that I was there. I'll figure out how to put a clip of that. It was so funny. But yeah, that was really cool. That was like a good like what's it, like lift off or start off to like the beginning of my run, like, oh cool, and then get back in the zone. And then I saw her again when I was coming back, or when I turned a corner somewhere. or I turned on the street somewhere, and she was in the middle or so of her run, because there were 3 different runs. So yeah, that was cool. Another point to where I was like, oh, nice. And then, oh yeah, but backtracking. Got my number. I didn't have safety pins, so I needed to like get my number on, or else I was just gonna have to hold the whole time. But I got safety pins. That was like a whole like run around a little bit, cause like, hey, like, where do you guys have the stuff to get these on? Because this is the first time I'm doing this whole thing in general, and I didn't know that we needed safety pins specifically to put that on ourselves. I thought it was like, I didn't know it was like, I thought it was gonna be like strings or something. I don't know, or like tape or some other adhesive. But I guess like safety pins does make sense. But I was just thinking like, I wouldn't have assumed safety pins because it would have like ripped the paper. I don't know. Oh yeah, the P line. The P line was so long. It was like 20 people. I had to wait. Like, it was like 10-15 minutes until the race started. Because mine started at 7 a.m. and then the other one started like at 7:20. Which made sense. Yeah, like, started at 7. Oh yeah, but I was like in the line waiting for what felt like forever because I needed to go pee, as you heard in the clip beforehand. But yeah, I just like, I had like 1 liter of water with me, and I was like, okay, I'm not gonna drink this right now. I'm not gonna slam it right now because I'm gonna have to go pee hella on like when I start my run. So I just dumped it in the toilet. I drank like I took a few drinks, and then I dumped it, and I threw the bottle away. Then I went to go, because there's like a huge group of people, like if you're at a concert and everyone's in the pit, and like if you just take like a square of people like that many people grouped together, that was the beginning of the finish line for mine. And yeah, we started it, and then just ran. There were like stations and stuff, but like it was so confusing. They needed, like, personally, I think they needed to do a better job. Maybe it's just because I was so like out of it during the run, but like I think they needed to do like a little bit of a better job like showing where the route is, because they just had people yelling like, hey, like, go this way, this person goes, or like this race goes this way. It's like, just have like, I know it's in the road and stuff, but like if you have time to like, and there's like 10 people or so at each like station or like water, or like, hey, keep going, you're at this many miles or whatever. Like if you have people there like with signs already, there should be signs to differentiate like, okay, this run is going this way, this run is going this way, this run is go this way, it only go, like, what, I don't know, just simple stuff like that, instead of being like, hey, this way, 1 + 2 this way, whatever this way. It's like, I don't know, because we're like under stress, we're in like a mode, so it's like like every step, like I shouldn't have to like stutter step while I'm running to figure out, oh, am I going this way or am I going this way? Because I like, honestly, I could have easily ran a different run and like been screwed up, but luckily I didn't. Either way, that's what I think. And like the route was good, the way they set up the whole map and the run was good, I liked it, but just the direction and telling us where to go needs to be, I think, like better planned out, because they had a bunch of people, they had a bunch of volunteers, I don't know. But yeah, my first experience, so either way, I don't know if that's how it's gonna be every time, or maybe there are better routes or runs that happen, but as my first half marathon experience, that's what it was, and that's what I think. So yeah, I felt pretty good when I first started off. Like I was like kind of pacing myself, but then I was also like, there were people running, there were guys, maybe like there was like a girl, I don't know if it was just guys or guys and a few girls running with like sticks that had like numbers on it. So like if you wanted that time, then you would like just run with that group, and I stayed ahead of the like 2 hour, anything over 2 hours I stayed ahead of, and I stayed around like 140, and I even got ahead of 140 for a good chunk of the thing, but then they passed me, and I was like, okay, that's fine, that's cool. I'm just like, but when I first started off, like I was pacing myself with people, and like, oh, this person's running cool, or like this person's running good, or like this person looks like this lady looks like this. Like I'm not gonna let this person pass me. I'm not gonna let this person pass me. I'm also not gonna go ahead of this person. And it's fine if I stay at a pace with this specific person or like whatever. But that was just my idea. Like that was my plan. And like depending on who passed me, I was like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. That makes total sense. But like yeah, there was this ripped like mom or like older woman who like ran past me, and she was like ripped, and like she was like about my height or maybe even just a little bit shorter, and she had one of those like gallons that was like the pop, like the pop kind of mouthpiece, and it had like the bag on it, and it was like the jug was like right here, and then the handle was right there, but she was like running with it, and I could see like her shoulder striations and stuff, and I was like, okay, yeah, that's fine, that's okay. She can go ahead of me. But yeah, for the most part, I did stay in between 140, 150, and I think I even got ahead of the 140 people again for a good amount of time, but then they passed me. So I really can't remember. I wasn't paying attention after that, like just because of how I was feeling. But then there was this one dude who I kept a good pace with for a lot of the time. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna say his name actually, not because I forgot, but just because I don't want to put him out there. But yeah, like I got his Instagram afterwards, so yeah, he's cool. And what else? There were my coworkers' kids ran the run as well too, and like I stayed like way ahead of them, I guess. I don't know if like they were more towards the back or if they got there a little later, but I did like yeah, I stayed ahead of them. I stayed ahead of them like a good amount of time. Like there was like a mile or something where it would go like this. Like you'd get off the road and then you'd go this way and then you'd turn around and then you'd get back on the road. And I think that was like a mile or something, maybe 2 miles. Like during when I was going down, and then once when I started coming back was when I saw them. So I was like, I was ahead of them. So I was we were passing each other. So that was pretty cool. And oh yeah, I'll show you. This was my what is this called? I don't know my number, my tag. Number 85. Ishmael, that's my name. And then yeah, male 22, shirt XL, 85, and I came in, I was the 100th person to cross the finish line, which is pretty cool, honestly. Like, I don't know, I just think that's pretty crazy. Like, for me to be almost like my customer, like, oh, the 100th person. But yeah, that was pretty cool. Being in that zone of like, I'm here, and I'm here to get this done, and already being in it, there's no way out unless you finish. Like, I mean, at least for me, I didn't see a way out, and I didn't want a way out. I didn't see a way out other than like I'm not leaving here unless I cross that finish line. And like, because like, what's the point if I'm already here? I got here, I'm already this far into it, so I might as well keep going. And one thing that I kept repeating in my head because I didn't want to walk at all. I wanted to keep a good pace. I didn't want to walk. I didn't want to sprint. I wanted to keep a good pace. And which means like I was jogging. Yeah, I found my pace to where I could stay at that level and just keep going. And what I literally kept repeating to myself in my head and out loud to myself was, does it hurt? No. Do I feel any pain? No. Can I keep going? Yes. So just keep going. Like, I just kept asking myself that. Like, at every point to where I was like, man, I'm like kind of tired. But are you tired enough? Because I'm a runner, so I know I have experience in the moments where I'm running and I'm like, okay, let me just stop for now. And I'm like, okay, why did I stop? I don't even feel tired. Even though I just stopped, I can still keep going. So I just get going again. Like, even though I stop for like 20 seconds and then I just get going right after that. Like, did I really need that 20-second stop if I knew I could keep going? So in those moments in the race and in my half marathon, the moments where I would have stopped and been like, okay, let me just stop and like catch my breath or something for like 20 seconds. Instead, I was like, what's the point of stopping now if I don't feel hurt, if I don't feel like I'm in pain, if I don't feel like I don't need to stop, but I want to, just for like 20 seconds of relief. Why would I do that if I know that I can keep going and shave off those 20 seconds, 10 seconds, 30 seconds, whatever? Like, why would I? That's it. Why would I stop if I know I can keep going? Why would you stop if it doesn't hurt? If it doesn't hurt, if you don't feel any pain. Like, sure, I felt uncomfortable maybe, but I could keep going. So, yeah, that's just like what I kept telling myself, what I kept repeating to myself. Anything past like mile 9, maybe, that's when I started being like, actually no, not even like mile 9. I think like mile 7 to 8. If I think about, yeah, I think miles 7 to 8 was when that kicked in to where I was like, okay, because I could run 4 miles easy. I could run a good, like, at least, yeah, I know I can do 4 miles, but during the race, I just chose to keep going, and I didn't realize what I was doing to myself until mile 7 or 8, to when I was like, okay, I need to zone in right now. Like, if I don't feel anything, if I don't feel terrible, and I know I can keep going, then I'll just keep going. So, but yeah, like, that mindset, like, so primal, and like, honestly, like, it was like a really cool experience. I do want to find another one to do. I haven't looked at all within the past since the day of that race. I looked at one or two just to find out what they are, like the hot chocolate one or something, or another one that I can't remember. No intention of doing those, just because I just wanted to, like, what I'm saying is that, like, I just looked up those two, even though I didn't have any intention of like doing them. I haven't looked at any other runs that I would want to do since the day of the race, November 18th. But I do really want to do another race just because. Kind of like to keep myself in check and put myself in that deep end of like, okay, I have to always be training, even though I probably shouldn't like kind of do that, to where, okay, I'm only keeping myself in shape because I have to be in shape for this thing. Like, I should be able to just stay in shape to stay in shape. I shouldn't, I don't know. I do know. But yeah, like, it's just a learning curve, I guess. Still trying to figure that out and do better at that. But yeah, like, I was like, oh yeah, well, I guess I'll just say there's not a whole lot to talk about besides that part. But I did finish the race, and approaching the end was like almost like a second wind. It was like, because the way they set it up, the way I was walking up to, like, the clip of me walking up to the oh no, it's not. Yeah, no. Or no, it is, yeah. Was it? No, it wasn't, yeah. I was gonna say the clip of me walking up to the race area was where we started running when we were approaching the end, but it wasn't. It kind of was, but like just in that small area. But because there's this stretch of like kind of emptiness, and like maybe it was actually, I don't know whether it was or it wasn't. It felt familiar to when I was walking up to go, yeah, in that clip of me in the sunglasses. And it felt like, and of course that's where we ran when we first started the race, when they said like go. So it felt familiar, and it felt like not new, but it still kind of did feel new, because I saw it when I first got there, I saw it when we first took off, and now I'm seeing it when I'm crossing the finish line. So kind of therapeutic and existential in a way, for me at least, to where it helped me get that second wind to just go, okay, this is where it's at. This is where I'd like, if I want to, I could like sprint down this whole thing right now and go to the finish line, but like I'm gonna just pick up the pace a little bit and just like really like zone in even more. And once I like got past this long stretch and I turned a corner and I heard like some lady say like, "You're almost there, it's just around this corner and that's the finish line." I was like, just something like clicked, and I was like, I took off and I was like sprinting, and then I just got to the finish line, full sprint, and I finished through. Like I didn't stop, like I didn't start to slow down like once I was like this far away from the finish line, like, or like 5 feet or 10 feet away. I was sprinting past all the people, I was sprinting past the announcers, I was sprinting past the finish line, and I didn't slow down. I didn't start to slow down until like after the finish line, to where like they were handing out waters and like the medals. Oh, my medal from that day. Everyone got one of these, so yeah, that's cool. But this is the jacket I wore too. Oh yeah, it started to rain during like one of the stretches, to where it was the road, or like the power lines and like the telephone lines. It started to rain, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna just like I don't know, I just don't want to wear this jacket while I'm running, so I just took it off, and that was maybe like mile 9 or 10. Yeah, it was just raining, so I was like, okay, I'm not gonna do this. Like it just feels uncomfortable. So at first I put it around my neck, like I tied the sleeves around my neck. And I was like, okay, I can't do that either. So I just took my tag off, I put it on my shorts, and then I just wrapped my jacket around my waist. And then I was like, okay, yeah, that feels good. And I just kept going, and that's why that video of me, like, oh yeah, there's a video of me finishing. They sent me a video, or they didn't send me it. They put out like videos of like the finish line people crossing and stuff, so I'll throw that in right now. Yeah, like I full sprint, at least from, yeah, felt like I was as much as I could be in a full sprint with the whole race and how I felt. That was my full sprint. So yeah, after I finished, I got my water, I got my medal, I got some stuff that they added that was free. Like I got like an orange, a protein bar, and a protein drink, a hydrating protein drink. So that was pretty cool. And they had like some deals going on for the runners afterwards, like at certain spots. I got so many mimosas, like it was like $1 off mimosas, but I didn't even know that it was like off the first one. So it wasn't everyone after that. So whatever, that's fine. I paid my dues. We're good. And we just got breakfast. Yeah, we just got breakfast. And yeah, just got breakfast, went home, took a shower, and I just rested the rest of the day away. I didn't do anything else that day. Yeah, I think that's really it. Not a lot else to talk about besides that, because I did want to put out this video of me talking about the race, but I was honestly just too lazy to like get into detail. I didn't know how to get into. I don't know. I just, for whatever reason, I didn't get into talking about it as much as I did like it right now. So yeah, but hopefully someone can take something from this. I don't know how this was like, if this is all like jumping around, but oh yeah, my official time was 1 hour 40:25, and the shortest time for the half marathon was 1:16:35 or 25. Yeah, so maybe I can shave. I will do my best to shave like 30 minutes off of that, so that'll be cool. But yeah, I just did all the videos that I posted, like probably now and then. Like I didn't post every single workout that I did to get ready for that, but I did a lot of that stuff I did repeatedly. So yeah, but I did a lot of mobility cardio and weighted cardio, stuff that I forgot about that I could do. So then 2 weeks after that, no, after my marathon, the time of 2 weeks directly after that, I got back into my strength training, bench, squats, all that stuff, and my numbers were like a little, not low, but they were shy of what they were. So that honestly felt really good. The fact that I was only just shy of what I could do. But yeah, I'm back into it now. After those 2 weeks, I did a week of, I like 2 weeks, because now like that comes into today, to where I did mobility stuff, cardio, not the same stuff I did before, but just a different type of flow that I was in, to just condition myself back into how I feel, because I got some problems like after that, just like my hip flexor that I always talk about, and that's honestly really it. Like everything else is just kind of whatever, but the hip flexor part is where that stayed after the race, to where it kind of like it hurts kind of, but only certain things. Like I know what to do now to kind of get it right and make me feel good for whatever I'm doing. So now I think I'm on that road to recovery, to where it won't be a thing anymore. So that's fine. And yeah, like that's really it, to be honest. I think that's all I can say. Because yeah, I just wanted to talk about that race, because I did want to get it out, but I just didn't have like the words, I guess. Maybe it was like perfect timing for me to get this out because of all that. But yeah, because I don't want to talk, because I'll just be repeating everything I've already been saying, and I think I've already said enough. So peace.
Flashback.